Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some sound design. Specifically, I want to deconstruct the sound of Mike Dean in this video. Now I'm sure some of you guys have noticed Mike Dean has been doing a ton of live streams on his Twitch where he's basically doing live performances using all kinds of analog synths and whatnot. And I personally thought that was really cool, and it inspired me to create a pack of Serum presets that kind of replicate the different sounds that I heard in his live streams. That pack is totally free, and if you guys want to check it out, it'll be posted on my website for downloads. So I'll go ahead and preview a few of the sounds that I made here. Here we just have this gated bass line that I've heard in a few of his different live streams. This preset here is like a nice Juno kind of pad sound. This one is just kind of like a lead improv synth. This here is a road preset that I made in Serum, which I think is pretty nice for just basic chords and whatnot. And then lastly is the sound that we're actually going to be deconstructing in this video today. This is Mike Dean's, I call it his signature lead, but it's really just one of the presets that I hear in a lot of his records and a lot of his improv during his live streams. When I hear this preset, I imagine it's like a really thick sawtooth from a Moog or something. And my go-to when I'm designing sawtooth leads is I like to use the basic shapes wavetable. So we're going to load that into oscillator A. And the trick with this is we want to use the wavetable position knob to change the different waveforms that you see here. And the one that we're going to want to select is this one here. So that's it, nothing crazy so far, but we want to add a few more voices to this, and we're going to do that by just increasing the unison tab here. And we'll go ahead and bring this up to 8. So now you guys can hear you have more instances of that waveform playing at the same time. Now we don't want it to be as detuned as it is, so we're going to just bring this down. And as you can see, now you have like a rich kind of piercing sound going on there. The next thing that we're going to want to do is take this random knob, and we're going to want to bring it all the way down. And this is actually a trick that I learned from my friend Accent. You can find him on Instagram at AccentProd. I can't really put something like this into words, but if you just listen to the difference, you'll understand what I mean. Versus something like this. As you can see, when we bring this knob down, everything is in the center, and I think it creates a little more of an aggressive tone. Now, the next thing that we're going to want to do here is open up oscillator B. Oscillator B is pretty much going to be a clone of oscillator A. We're just going to do a few minor adjustments to it. We're going to want to load up that same basic shapes wavetable, and we're going to go to this waveform here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this down 3 octaves. We're also going to bring this unison up to 8 and bring the detune down as well. And once again, we're also going to bring this random knob down here as well. Now, the trick for this sound is, although we took it down 3 octaves, we're going to take the semitone tab and bring it up to 5. And I believe this creates either a 3rd or a 5th. I'm not really sure the proper musical term, but it creates an interesting relationship with the 2 oscillators that overall just gives you a thicker sound. So this is a decent start so far. A huge thing that we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to detune the 2 oscillators against each other. And the way we're going to do that is by going into the coarse pitch, and we're going to take oscillator A and bring that up to 0.05. And then we're going to go to oscillator B and bring this down to negative 0.05. So now there's just a little more movement between the two oscillators here. So now that we have this, I'm just going to fine tune the detune knob a little bit until I'm happy with the width of the sound. We want to get it just a little wider and a little more lush. So we're just going to adjust the detune until we're happy with the sound. Now the next step here is going to be to take a look down at the right bottom corner of Serum. We're going to make this a mono synth because this is just what I hear a lot of times in like the lead solos. We're going to click this always knob above the portamento, and this is going to apply some glide to the preset here, which is a huge part in the sound. And you almost get like a Playboy Cardi or Lil Uzi type synth going on here, which is dope. I am going to go ahead and turn on the filter and then just take a little bit off the top by using the cutoff knob. I totally understand that Serum isn't the best replication of a analog synth, but I also feel like Serum is one of the more accessible plugins to a lot of producers. I feel like more of you guys are going to have Serum than another like boutique or niche plugin. So let's go ahead and go into the effects tab and just do a few things with the distortion and the delay to really finish off this preset. We're going to use the distortion to try to just get more of that saturation and warmth that you would hear from an analog synth. And then lastly, we're going to go into the delay. I'm a huge fan of what Mike Dean does with his delay, whether he's using a pedal or some kind of rack hardware or even the VST. The sound of his delays are just really satisfying. We're going to want to go into the delay and we're going to link the two channels together, and we're going to set it to 1/2, I believe. And then we're also going to set the mode to ping pong and then do some kind of EQ or filter curve like this, just so it sounds different from the original signal. Bring the feedback to like 20%, 19%. And then we're really going to want this to be nice and wet with delay. So let's hear what we got so far. I'm going to bring the mix up a little bit more. You really want to hear like the delay bleeding into the next notes, if that makes sense. Now the delay BPM is synced to the tempo of the project, so I'm going to bring this up to like 130. So now we can just do some fine tuning of all the knobs that we've gone over just to really dial in the sound. And there's still a lot of other directions that you can take this in, but this is pretty much the foundation of the preset. So yeah guys, that was my deconstruction of one of Mike Dean's commonly used presets or sounds from his Twitch live streams, Instagram streams. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more sound design videos, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Once again, I'll have all 5 of these presets available to download totally for free on my website, so if you want to mess around with these, feel free to check those out. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for me today, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon.